Welcome to the OT. I am Elise Jesse. It is Pittsburgh Steelers week. The Bengals coming off of that bye week, 5-4, a winning record coming out of the bye into week 11 and also into what was formerly known as Heinz Field. It is now Acrisure Stadium. But Jessie Bates, we spoke to him this week in the locker room, and he mentioned that there was a specific song. If you traveled on the road to a Pittsburgh game, you know what song he's talking about. Renegade by Tommy Shaw was blasting in the meeting rooms this week. Here he is.
We walked in here on Monday after the bye weekend, and all you hear is I think it's the Renegade song that they play on in the fourth quarter. You hear that just blaring music in our team meeting. So we know what week it is. We've done that for a little while now. So their environment, their fans, I have a lot of respect for them. Just because of what they bring, and it plays a huge role into a team winning or losing. And I think our Who Dey fans are a little bit better, obviously. I love playing at home, so I'm sure they do too.
What do you think, Jesse, of the ability of your secondary to kind of maintain its aggressiveness, even with Cheeto being lost for the season? How do you think you guys are going to be able to maintain that aggressiveness?
I think preparation is the biggest thing of being able to maintain that level of execution that we've been able to do. I think with our coaches, with leaders of this defense, me and Vaughn, have to make sure everyone's on the same page, make sure we're all seeing things through the same lens, because like you said, hard to replace, I think a top 5 corner in this league, not just physically, but mentally keeping guys calm, asking questions in the meeting room and stuff like that. So with him having surgery yesterday, we felt for him, just sent him a lot of prayers, just know that he's not alone. So it's day 1 of recovery for Cheeto Bay, so we're excited for that.
And I don't have to just tell you that it's important to get an AFC North win on Sunday, but will you just describe how important it is from your point of view?
Obviously you got to win your division to get in the playoffs. So with us going 0-3 in that first part of the season in our division, we do got some stuff to make up. And it wouldn't be no better than beating up on the Steelers, like I said, starting off this second part of the season, and not just letting our division know what we're about, but the whole world, let people know what type of team we're going to be in the second half of the season.
How are they different running the ball now than they were in the opening?
I think they've done a really good job of mixing Najee Harrison there, and then number 30 as well. I think number 30 has done a really good job of giving them another burst, a different type of back, a change of pace. And then Najee, he's going to make his plays. So just making sure that we keep them bottled in. I think they've done some things different as far as with Kenny Pickett in there, like I said, with him scrambling, extending drives with his feet. So
kind of a little bit more zone runs rather than power stuff.
A little bit. They still do a lot of their stuff that they've done. I think it's a little bit more perimeter stuff that they're doing, as far as some tosses and stuff like that that they've had some success with. So we're both going to be very familiar with each other. It's a divisional game. It's going to be freezing cold, and it's going to be a AFC North type of game.
Jessie Bates, absolutely right about that weather. The high in Pittsburgh on Sunday is going to be 29 degrees and the low is going to be 20. So if you're traveling for that game, bring the hand warmers, bring the foot warmers, bring the gloves, the hats, the 5 layers if you need it. Bring everything because it is going to be a cold game. Of course, the Cincinnati Bengals are looking forward to a hostile crowd. I actually spoke with B.J. Hill today too, and he mentioned that he loves the Pittsburgh crowd. But what he loves even more is shutting them up. Here he is.
It's pretty fun. I love playing in crowds like that.
You like insane crowds. I didn't realize that about you.
I love playing away. I love playing at home too. Don't get me wrong. I love playing away. Just knowing people going against you, yelling at you. It's just, I don't know, it just gets me going. I just love it.
How fun is it though to shut the crowd up?
It's a lot of fun. Just have them quiet a little bit. Not too much, but it's a lot of fun. That means you're doing your job very well.
Do you think that you're, obviously you guys get a DJ Reader back. Do you feel like your team is a little bit healthier now after you've had a few days of rest and relaxation?
For sure. Got him coming back. I'm excited to see him back on the field.
Yeah.
He was playing really well before he got hurt. I remember seeing him just pick that back up and get back going. The rest, I think we definitely need it. A lot of guys have to take way more reps than they usually do, and I think guys feel good. We're flying around in practice, so much needed.
And last question for you: what kind of presence does DJ Reader bring from your point of view?
He's a leader. He just does everything the right way. He makes big plays when they need to be made. He just carries them along, man. Like this is great to have him beside you. I think he's one of the best, probably the best nose tackle in the league.
And you heard B.J. Hill say it. He and the rest of his teammates on the defensive line are ecstatic to have DJ Reader back on this defensive line, back stuff in the run. I mean, they need him, and he is coming back at such an important point in the season. Week 11, they're going into Acrisure Stadium needing an AFC North win, their first of the season if they're able to pull it off on Sunday. 0-3 in the division. If you want to compete in the playoffs, if you want to compete for a Super Bowl, you've got to go through and win your division. And I think they know that. I think they're well aware of that. Joe Mixon also spoke about that this afternoon. He was also speaking about the offensive line play and how the offensive line and Joe Mixon, they're all kind of trying to get on the same page. And I think they've done that so far. I mean, we saw it explode in week 9 where Joe Mixon had 5 touchdowns. It was a historic game. But Joe kind of mentioned that they still work every single week to make sure that they are on the same page and they're all moving towards the exact same goal and they're all seeing everything in the same way. Here he is.
I mean, it's definitely a chemistry, but it's definitely a working process as well. Running behind them guys, they come to work and they work their ass off each and every day. And just the way everybody practicing, and once you really get to know them guys like that and everybody being on the same page, that's when things start clicking. And hopefully, them big games come. And, I just look forward to what we got in store, ahead of us.
You like the cold weather?
I love it.
The stats say you do.
Yeah, like I said, man, I just when my opportunity is called, I just got to try to go out there and deliver anytime I can, man. So when the ball touches my hand, I'm going to make the most of it.
You obviously winning the division still your team's number one goal.
I mean, winning against the Steelers is our number one goal. That should be the only thing that we worried about around here. This is the team that we got in hand. Everybody know what we got ahead of us to look forward to, but I mean, you got to worry about 1 week at a time, and then the little stuff handle the big things. So as long as we, play our style of football and, come out here and execute, I feel like we'll be in great shape. So we just got to worry about the Steelers and try to do whatever we can to get a win up there.
How was the casino night? The offensive lineman said you organized it. It was an enjoyable kind of evening to kick off the bye.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good. They had a great time and was very thankful and appreciative of that. And it just felt good getting around our guys, not even in a football facility, and just to, shoot the shit with them. And we had a great time, though, going out there to the casino, eating big food and gambling and doing things like that. They had a ball, man. So offensive line, receivers, TV and all of them joined. It was a great thing, especially with our team bonding. It was great.
Was that the highlight of your bye?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of going into the bye week, for sure, it definitely was. I got to go home and see the family, go to my high school, and see my old coaches. So it was a great thing, man. It felt great.
How tight is the locker room, Joe, at this point?
This is the tightest locker room I've ever been around. We was tight last year too, and we got pretty much the same guys in here, man. So, really just like I said, building that chemistry and knowing your teammates on and off the field. I think it's been very important here, and we've definitely been reaping the benefit of that. I think that these guys out here, you see the guys what we do here, like play ping pong. You got cards over there, you got shooting over there. Like you can do whatever, and I feel like a lot of these guys that we have are high character guys. So just really knowing that these guys come out here, go to work, and work their ass off, and then we still could play and have fun at the same time, I think it's cool, man. So We just got to keep on building, getting better, and we will.
You're obviously a player that feeds off the crowd, especially the home crowd.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy silencing a road crowd, knowing that, it's going to be a crazy environment on Sunday? Is that something you like doing as well, being the villain?
I mean, I just love, me personally, on the away, when we play away, like celebrating with my teammates. And obviously, if you celebrating, obviously it will probably quiet the crowd, but I mean, we tend not to worry about them. We worried about us in here. And that's what, going on an away game, especially with a game like this, everybody know what's at stake, man. So it's like when you go in there to a game like that, only people you going in there and to go to war with is your teammates. Mm-hmm. So when you go in there with your teammates, man, you got to do whatever you can to go out or come out with a victory because, obviously it's the Steelers. They got a nice crowd. Mm-hmm. They bring the juice and the energy, man. So whatever we can to, minimize that, I feel like we got to do whatever we can. So we'll be ready, though, for sure.
As a running back, when you prep throughout the week, when you know that Joe has the ability to check into runs when he sees fit, what's that like prepping throughout the week and then pre-snap as you're looking at the defense, knowing that it can change, a few seconds in?
Yeah, I think Joe do a great job, facilitating how he want. I mean, he's a quarterback. He changed and he checked to whatever he want to do. I think that's one area where he's definitely excelled at since he's been here, and he's only been got better. I think that our guys just having that communication and locking in with each other and being on the same page, I think obviously starting in practice has definitely paid a lot of dividend to us. So we just got to keep being on the same page and going out here and executing and everything. Like I said, the little stuff always take care of the big things, man. So that's what we got to do.
And you heard Joe Mixon talking about Joe Burrow and how he has, evolved as a quarterback, and he certainly has. I'm sure you've also seen all of the articles that have been written about Joe Burrow this week and how, he's elevating his game. He's getting better at the little stuff. He's being more mature as a quarterback, which personally I thought he was pretty mature on the stage when he was talking before he was even drafted. But he's getting better in all areas, and that's important. But one thing that I thought was interesting from Joe Burrow's news conference this week was when he was talking about what was important to him as far as stats goes. And of course, he mentioned completion percentage. Of course, that would be important to every quarterback. But one other thing that he mentioned was how the team is doing on third down conversions. They have converted nearly 50% of their third down attempts, and that's huge. That means that you are executing the game plan, you are doing exactly what is asked of you, and you are executing on your assignments as an offense for sure. Hopefully they can do that on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, another player who is also back in this rivalry is TJ Watt. He was out for 7 weeks with a pectoral injury. He came back last week. And of course, the Steelers defense against the Saints, they were able to hold Alvin Kamara to just 26 rushing yards through 8 carries. That's brutal. That cannot happen to the Cincinnati Bengals because that will certainly, if they're able to stop the run, that will certainly make the Cincinnati Bengals a one-dimensional offense, and that simply cannot happen. They simply cannot go 0-4 in the AFC North. That game kicking off 4:25 on Sunday. I will not see you next week as it is Thanksgiving. Enjoy the turkey, enjoy the mashed potatoes, sweet potato pie, one of my favorites. I will see you the week after Thanksgiving. And join us. James is on here 24/7. He works like crazy. You can always find the latest and greatest Bengals content right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.